Hey, it's Neil. It's March 27th, and this video is on setting custom environment variables when running jobs. Now, when you run a job, you can specify named variables that get set in the environment. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to start over with reposting that video I did before. I'm not going to run any jobs on it to start with. And that is this guy. So we'll do okay, so we have our object here, and now we're going to run a job on it. And the job we're going to run, remember we post to the jobs endpoint, we're going to run thumb-gif, which makes a GIF, but I've done this before, obviously. I'm going to set the frames per second to 10, because by default it's just 1, and run that. And you'll see the job is created as usual, and if we view the object, refresh, we'll see the status being updated and all that. And if we go to our Cloud Run jobs, we'll see the job here. And if you look at configuration, now you'll see FPS is set to 10 and hello is set to world. It really is that simple. There is one thing to note here, and that's the pattern that I have set up to restrict these variables from just being anything. It's got to be these characters based on this regular expression. You can set it to blank, but you also cannot override the default parameters. So I'm not sure if I mentioned in the last video with jobs, but you have user_email as well as v_id, and these cannot be overridden by setting those things. You could override OpenAI organization and the OpenAI API key if you really wanted to, and all that would do is a user would be able to use their own key, which seems kind of strange, right? I mean, what would you really get out of that? Oops, and I just posted, ran the job a second time. How funny. Yeah, check that out. So if I refresh, whoops, posted the job twice, that is something that you can do. You can run the same job multiple times. Say you change the frames per second from 10 to 20 and you want to see what that looks like, you can just run the job again. Let's look at what this is what it looks like at 10 frames per second versus 1. It's much smoother, and it's still pretty small because this particular job, most of the jobs don't really have anything you can customize yet with environment variables because you couldn't do this before today. But now you can. Okay, have at it.